So this is mainly for fifth period because these are questions they asked for the other day on product and quotient rule, but I'm sending it for everyone, just in case first period had some questions too. So number 25, we want to take the derivative, and we notice this is a quotient, so we're going to do quotient rule. Low, d high, minus high, d low, all over low squared. So we need to FOIL negative 3x squared first. Outer, sorry, long day, minus 2x to the third. Let me just erase this and start over a little bit further. Negative 3x squared minus 2x to the third plus 3 plus 2x. And then we're going to distribute with the 2 and that negative at the same time. So 8x, so minus 8x. Negative 6x squared, so positive 6x squared. And minus 2x to the third, so plus 2x to the third. All over x squared minus 1 squared. So combining like terms, we've got a negative 2x cubed and a positive. That's nice. Negative 3x squared plus 6x squared. Plus 2x minus 8x plus 3. After we've done some of these chain rule simplifications, this one doesn't seem so bad. I'm just a little suspicious of the numerator. Let's make sure. No, it's not going to factor where I can reduce with the denominator, so I can stop there. All right, next, 27. F of x equals x, parenthesis, 1 minus 4 over x plus 3. I believe I'm going to distribute that x first. So it's x over 1, and we'll distribute it. So that would give us negative 4x over x plus 3. I don't know if that made it any nicer or not. I don't know if it did or not. So we will call the other one negative 4x times x plus 3 to the negative 1. I don't know. I think I'm going to take it back to the way it started and just do product rule on it. Sometimes you get started with a way and you're like, ugh, that doesn't look any nicer. So I'm going to do it x and then 1 minus 4 parenthesis x plus 3 to the negative 1. It's funny because we haven't learned chain rule yet, but that's the way it's seeming to look. All right, so product rule first times the derivative of the second. So this is a sum or difference, so we're going to do the derivative of 1 and get a 0. And this is going to come down and multiply times our x plus 3 to the 1 less. And we should do the chain rule and get a 1 here. So first derivative of second plus second derivative of first. I wonder if this was just a little bit before its time, or maybe I'm just not thinking about it the way they wanted me to. These three things can multiply together to be on the top, and then I'll put this one on the bottom. And for the second term, I've got this. And they probably went further and got a common denominator. I'm going to go a little bit further and get a common denominator. So everybody needs x plus 3 to the second for their denominator. So 4x is great. but this needs x plus 3 to the second on the top and the bottom. So 1 times x plus 3 to the second is just x plus 3 to the second. This one needs another x plus 3 to get the squared. So we can distribute the 4. And it's all over x plus 3 squared. So we had to get a common denominator with 3 things, so we couldn't do butterfly. So positive 4x and negative 4x. I'm going to expand that. X squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 12 over. So the last thing I would do is combine this and get minus 3 there. So it would be x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus 3 squared. All right. That went off. I can't see the board. 35. If this doesn't help, I really, really, really hope that you'll come in and see me before school so we can try to make sense of these things. One-on-one is so nice. Or bring a friend. 2x to the third plus 5x times x minus 3x plus 2. Well, this is a product of 3 things, and product rule only works for 2. So these 2 are super easy to go ahead and multiply together. So why don't we do that? So first, outer is 2x, inner is negative 3x, so negative 1x minus 6. And now I'd be tempted just to multiply those together and do the derivative of the sum or difference. But this is a product rule section, so first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. We need to FOIL these first 2. And, we got to multiply these also. Plus 6x to the third minus 6x. Whoops. 6x to the fourth minus 6x to the third minus 36x squared. And now let's do it with the 5. Plus 5x squared minus 5x minus 30. So like terms, we've got 4x to the fourth. We've got, there was another 4x to the fourth. 4x to the fourth. So 10x to the fourth. Then we have some x cubes. So negative 8x cubed. Then we have some x squares. So 15 minus 36, negative 21. Then we have 2 of the x's. So negative 5 is negative 10. And then negative 30. So hopefully that's right. And I didn't make some silly mistake. 37. F of x equals. I think first period did ask for this one. I remember it, I believe. All right, they're going out of their way. C is a constant, so it's just like 5 sitting there. X squared plus 5 squared, but they're just calling it C. So when we go to do this derivative of this quotient, we'll do quotient rule. Low, D high, 2x, and the derivative of the constant is 0. Minus high, D low, 2x minus 0, because C is just a constant. All over low squared. In the numerator, when we distribute, we'll get 2x to the third minus 2xc squared. And then we get minus 2x to the third minus 2xc squared all over your low squared. The 2x to the third's cancel, so you get negative 4xc squared over x squared minus c squared squared. That one was strange. 83. Oh, that's a jump. Let's see what 83 is all about. Area. And I remember first period asked for this one also. The area of a rectangle is given by 6t plus 5 and square root of t. And area would be length times width. And that's not friendly. Let's change that to 6t plus 5 times t to the 1/2. Okay, where t is time in seconds and the dimensions are in centimeters, find the rate of change of the area with respect to time. Rate of change is a derivative, and the rate of change of area with respect to time means we want the derivative of the area with respect to time. So we're going to do dA dt. So we're taking the derivative of area, and the variable in that area formula is t. That's all that means. So I'm not going to do product rule. I'm going to simplify this just a little bit more. Multiply and add those exponents. So our derivative would be 3/2 times 6, that's 18/2 or 9. T to the 1 less. And 1/2 times 5 is 5/2. T to the 1 less. So they would want 9 square root of t plus 5 over 2 square root of t. Okie dokie. Well, that wraps up all the questions that you all had asked for section 2-3.